All right, good morning, Alta agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing, and I'm pretty excited about today's training because we're going to be going through a really good, what I call the Omnipresent marketing mix for real estate advertising. So, as always, want to welcome everybody. Welcome, especially some of the new agents that we have on the line and some of our new agents that have just joined us. So, welcome, guys. And also, just a couple little quick house cleaning items. Yesterday, I believe everybody should have received the monthly sky slope reminder. So we, of course, need to have all deals put into the sky slope within 72 hours of signing that contract so we can maintain compliance. Travis and the team can make sure that everything is going smoothly. So just if you have trouble with that, there's a lot of really good links on that email that you received. So click the links, go directly to SkySlope and ask them questions. If you, for some reason, don't have an account set up, you can contact me, but definitely use the SkySlope training. They have weekly trainings. They have one-on-one trainings. They have a really good chat forum or chat support. So don't hesitate to utilize the resources there. So before I get going further, I'd like to bring on Bill Seitz, the CEO of Clearview Mortgage. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Kevin.
All right, glad to have you on board as usual.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. It's cold and gray here, believe it or not.
We've got the summer gloom.
Yeah, it doesn't know which way to go. It was hot and sunny for weeks on end, and now it's just been like below normal temperatures and gray, and looks like it's like May.
Bizarre, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So good morning, everybody. Before I know that Kevin and Travis probably go into their detailed, presentation, I mentioned last week just briefly about a property I was helping a friend sell, and most of you know I don't sell real estate much anymore just because I'm too busy doing other things with the finance side of the company. But every once in a while I do help a friend or a family member through a transaction just because they would want me to guide them through the process. And so there was an offer accepted through this transaction, and I talked about providing a letter can help sometimes, and it can really emotionally tie the seller that may be looking at 3 to 4 or 5 or more offers. That it just might be something that pulls them in your direction or gives you at least the opportunity to buy the property. Whether it's a counter offer that goes to you first or there's favorable, consideration. I thought I would share this letter that was part of the acceptance on this transaction. And I don't know if Kevin, if you're able to bring it up.
Yeah, are you able to see that on the screen or no?
I'm seeing the Alta.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. Let me bring that up for you.
Anyways, as you're bringing it up, I'm going to just read it. It says, "Dear Ingrid's family, thank you for considering our offer on your beautiful home. We were hoping to get this letter to you sooner, but we got stuck trying to find the right words to convey to you how much we loved your home. I grew up in Rossmore Highlands on Paseo Bonita and went to Los Alamitos High School. The home I grew up in has the same floor plan as your home, which made touring the home so special for me. My entire family currently lives in Los Alamitos. After graduating college, University of Oregon, I knew I wanted to move back to Southern California permanently and be near my family. Los Alamitos has always had a special place in my heart. I recently got married in March to my husband, Chris. We met at work and are still at the same company till this day. We are currently working for a golf apparel company in Huntington Beach. We both quickly knew living in Los Alamitos would be a dream come true for us. We both fell in love with your home and would love the opportunity to raise our family in your home. Your backyard really hit home for us. We hope our future kids will love the backyard as they get as much use of it as I'm sure you and your family have. We also fell in love with your street as our dear friend Jane Flagg lives across the street. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. It would be a true honor to live in your house. Best, Ashley and Chris Zeller." And then they obviously included a nice photo of them on the water somewhere. And so, obviously a little bit of a lengthy read, but I think we all get the point that taking a little extra time or having your client put pen to paper, keyboard,
Yeah.
whichever way
Right.
preferable. It does make a difference. I mean, very sincere, provides background, and I'm just doesn't mean you're going to get every offer accepted, but I think that it's worth incorporating this into your strategy and your attack, especially in a market like we have now with limited inventory. So
Oh yeah.
just wanted to share that. If anybody wants a copy, or they want to just have something as a template or a obviously you're going to customize it towards your individual client and what their kind of hot spots are for the property, and you'll just do it from there.
No, and I think honestly it's a really good idea to add the picture. Like it adds a personal kind of a touch to it, and so I think that should be part of it for sure. If at all possible, put in a picture. That's great. This is the first time I've seen that, Bill, and I think that is stellar.
100%, Kevin, because I think the picture humanizes it further.
Yeah.
So the words are words, but the human element that's where it really kicks in, the effectiveness.
No, it's huge. Very cool, Bill. Appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah. And then lastly, a realtor friend of mine, he introduced me to it's called Home Partners, and it is basically a lease option program for agents to participate in. And next week, I'm going to kind of outline that for everybody on the webinar. I think Kevin and I will go through it. We'll come up with some slides and put a nice presentation together for some of you might want to incorporate this into your business. It's a lease option program that is a very, very useful tool to people that can get into a property in a lease situation and have the rights to buy it within 3 to 5 years or sooner. And it's all outlined from the get-go. The family gets to, as long as they qualify for the lease, they can participate. So it's actually a really, really cool program. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to you guys next week.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, Bill. All right, cool. So, and before I get into the bulk of the presentation, let me bring on Travis Breton, our corporate broker. 1 second, let me find him. We've got a lot of agents on the line today. All right, and Travis is with us. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning. How's it going?
Very well, thanks. So Travis is, of course, our corporate broker and has a lot of experience with, marketing in general, real estate marketing. And so he'll be a good resource for us as we go through this marketing mix that I think is a stellar marketing mix. Let me pull that thing up. Sorry, guys. So in real estate marketing, what we always talk about, and I think you guys will agree, I think I talk about it almost every week, is this omnipresent marketing. So what does that mean? Omnipresent marketing means that you are going to be marketing from a variety of different platforms. You're going to be coming from different angles. You're going to be popping up in different areas. And so I think that everybody will agree, if you just picked one single area to, one single avenue to run marketing on, it's going to be pretty limited. I look at it like going fishing with a net. And so if you have a big giant net, you're going to catch more fish. If you have a little tiny net, well, you're probably not going to catch as much fish. So think of all of these different avenues as widening your net. Okay. So with omnipresent marketing for real estate, absolutely critical is to have a website, have your personal website. And on that website, it's very, very important to have a few different things. You have to be able to have your clients be able to search the MLS. You have to have testimonials proving that you've done well for other or other clients. You need to have your featured listings, and if you don't have featured listings, we can help augment your website with other Alta Realty group listings, or even listings in the area. You can certainly get together with any other local realtors and say, hey, I don't have any listings. Do you mind if I market one of your properties? Well, heck yeah, they're going to want that. So very important to be able to to have those single property or the single property websites as well. So the single property websites are, of course, you take your featured listings, you create a single property website, and that's what you display as your featured listings. You should definitely have an about page, you know, letting everybody know exactly who you are. And then SEO community pages are huge. So our agent marketing system allows us to create these amazing SEO community pages. Now, what is that? So it is basically, and let me just pull one up. The SEO pages are, it's a way for us to get organic traffic to our website without paying and doing some of these other things. So let me pull up one example here. So you'll notice if for one of our agents in Fullerton, his name is Charles Barnes, he has been doing this kind of SEO marketing and creating good content on his website. So his website shows up on organic searches. So what does that mean? I put in Lakeside Fullerton homes for sale. His specific niche is Lakeside. It's like a small community within Fullerton. It's got a really nice lake. It's beautiful. So guess what? He's been doing this for probably 2-3 years now. He comes up organically. Now he's number 10, but he's above. If we go to page 2, he's above a ton of very heavy hitting large companies, Compass, you know, Century 21. So he's actually beat these guys out with just doing good search engine optimization. So having SEO pages and community pages, and let me just go back and I'll show you what is coming up. So let's click on his site, and you'll notice he's got Lakeside community. He's got information about Lakeside, Buena Park, Lakeside, you know, Fullerton. He's got up here in his toolbar, he's got Lakeside homes for sale, Lakeside community. And if you click on the Lakeside homes for sale, he has information about Lakeside, written content about Lakeside. So that's what we're talking about when we say that you know, we want to do some SEO, right? Okay, so very important. Let's get back to our graphic here. Okay, so super important to have those SEO community pages. It's also a good idea to have a resource, you know, any kind of resources page, your professional network, you know, all of your vetted local painters and, you know, people that have, you know, contracting, whatever your network is, plumbers, you know, whatever your little network is, you want to have those people listed on your website, and then you want to be able to email that link out to other people, you know, out to your clients. So of course that all of those things are part of our agent marketing system, which is $99 per month. And then the IDX connection fee is, depending on your MLS, it's between $22 and $42 a month. So that's, you know, basically if you're just looking at the budget part of it. Second part of the Omni-Present marketing mix is to do social media advertising. And we've talked about this a lot. Facebook, Instagram, it's a great idea to offer something for free, you know, in order to get people to click on your link and to engage with you. You know, give away a free home inspection, free cleaning service, free home evaluation report, whatever it is that you decide that's going to be kind of your value proposition. That's what you want to do. But very important to be doing social media advertising and regular posting. But definitely you've got to have some kind of a social media ad going at all times. Set it, forget it, you know, keep it rolling at all times. The third part of the Omni-Present marketing mix would be doing Google ads. And so this is where you go and let's see, let me pull that up. So super important to be doing Google ads, but Google ads, as we went over last week, they're not, you know, it's not the only thing that you should be doing. So let me pull this up. So when we do a search on Google, let's see, and let's just do Fullerton homes for sale because that'll show us a good example of what I'm talking about. So these at the top, you're going to get a lot of different results, but some of these are ads. And actually, let me just pull up like Newport Beach. So right here, this is an ad, right? If it says ad next to it, you're there because you paid money. You paid Google. You did Google ads. So it's a really good idea to do some Google ads because what you're getting from Google ads is you're getting people that are looking for exactly what you have. And especially if you have, specific, properties in a very, very specific area. Like we said, like in a specific community, like Lakeside. So if you have, if you are working a very, very specific sphere or a very specific farm, you definitely want to be able to put those keywords in your Google ads. And that's a very targeted way to get you traffic. So Google ads, really, really good way to, stay in front of people, especially in your small community. We talk a lot about, keeping your outbound marketing your farm. And of course, you're going to take the deal, outside the farm, but really focusing in on that farm helps us, become the expert and become the person that everybody, in the community starts to think of when they think of real estate, because really, really good way to do that. So let's get back to our graphic here. So YouTube ads is actually done on the same platform as Google ads. So YouTube ads is also, now one thing I'll say about YouTube ads is I think that it is one of the underutilized things for real estate. Now think about this. Google ads, only 9% of businesses use YouTube ads. However, 80% of people between the ages of 18 and 50 watch YouTube videos at least once a month. And 68% of people use YouTube to make purchase decisions. So only 9% of businesses are advertising there, but all these people are getting information from YouTube. So YouTube is a way that you can actually get some pretty good leads for fairly inexpensive. That's why I've set the budget at only $200 per month, because you can do a pretty low cost ad campaign per month on YouTube, and you're going to get some pretty highly targeted leads. And of course, the way that works is you create a small video, and usually the shorter the better. And one of the great things about YouTube ads is you do not get charged unless somebody watches 30 seconds of your video or more, or clicks on the actual ad. So a lot of times you're going to get some free exposure, even if somebody doesn't click on the link, or they click, I don't want to watch that video, and they go to exactly what they want to go to. Your video is going to get displayed, and you're going to be able to get in front of, you're going to get at least part of your message in front of a lot of people without even paying for it. So that's a huge thing, and I don't think a lot of people know that. So don't overlook doing some YouTube ads. Then don't discount direct mail pieces. A couple of weeks ago, we had our rep from Ticor, Eric, showing us all these great tools that we can do with Ticor Tech Farm, and we can do some really highly targeted mail pieces to homeowners in the farm. And we know that they've owned the house for this long, or we know that you have so many different bits of information with that Ticor Tech Farm that you can really do some stellar direct marketing pieces, and even just direct letters. So definitely, that's I know it's old school, but it definitely still has its place. And again, when we're talking about this omnipresent marketing, we want different angles. We want to be coming at these prospects at all different angles. So direct mail piece is just one part of that overall mix. So door knocking, leaving door hangers, and client welcome kits are absolutely part of that. So, walking your farm, I know right now is not the best time with COVID, and I'm sure that'll come back. So right now, maybe walking the farm is dropping something off, dropping off a client welcome kit, dropping off, just a little, a card. And I've seen, people or realtors even drop off a small plant. Hello, I'm the area expert. Here's a little plant. Here's a little succulent or a little cactus. So, and what do I mean by the client welcome kit? I know that we have some new agents that haven't seen this yet, but I think it's a really good idea for all agents to create a client welcome kit. Let me just pull one up. And actually, this is really, before I do the client welcome kit, let me show you something else. This is a stellar, this is a door hanger. So this is a great door hanger that one of our agents, Rich Sherman, up in the Valencia area uses. So this is he targets, this is like his rental rebate program, but this works great too. So this is the door hanger. Dear tenant, we would like to thank you for paying our mortgage. We're thinking of you while we're on vacation. Wanted to drop a quick note to say thanks. We couldn't have done it without you. Your landlords. P.S. Pay no attention to the Alta Realty Group's exclusive rental rebate program. So you're just inviting, someone to, understand that, yeah, you're renting and you're paying somebody else's mortgage, and these people are just loving it. They're having a ball on the beach, and so anyway, you can, create something like this and drop that off. Really sharp technique, especially when you're working with Ticor. And that, okay, these homes are rentals. These homes, could use something like this because I know those people are renting. So that's a really cool deal. Let me get that client welcome kit up now. So let's see, let me get a good one. And I've got a couple, there's so many different ways to do the client welcome kits, but here is one example. Share this with you guys. So the client welcome kit is just a kind of like a little packet. And of course, you can email this out too. But you can print these up, and it goes through and shows exactly what you can do to sell their home. And, a little bit about you, advantage of using your services. You're going to use online marketing, photography, staging, video marketing, social media. And then it goes into some of the other, things like resources, just a couple of little facts, right? Let them know that you're going to be able to get them monthly reports and all that kind of stuff. And so this kind of a drop-off is a really, really good way to make an introduction. And this is just kind of a basic one. I've got a ton of different templates for client welcomes kits. So door knocking, getting these, going out to your farm and dropping off information and introducing yourself, that's never going to go out of style. That's always going to be something that realtors need to do. Just, good networking. So then, of course, another part of the arsenal is to make sure that you have a CRM. Our agent marketing system does have the CRM. And so we're able to, at least once a month, email out a monthly newsletter and get people into drip campaigns. So this, of course, allows us to keep track of all of our clients and prospects and people in our sphere of influence. And so we're making sure that at least once a month, they're getting some kind of a communication. Again, part of the Omni-Presence, they're going to get an email. They're going to see, see a flyer. They're going to see, your stuff on the internet, Google and Facebook. So really important to have that CRM, have that part of the marketing mix, and make sure that you're dripping information to clients, and it's on autopilot. So a lot of the stuff we have to do actively, that's at least something that we can set up and have it on autopilot, which we need. And then 8 is, create a referral giveaway campaign. This is one of my favorites, and I talk about it a lot. I do have at least 2 or 3 good videos in the YouTube channel, in the Alta Realty Group YouTube channel, that talks exactly how to create these referral giveaway campaigns. But long story short, you're just creating a campaign where you're asking your sphere of influence to refer you business. And anybody that refers business to you, you put their name in a hat, or you put, you collect their name, and then at the end of the quarter, at the end of the 6 months, or at the end of the year, you're going to video yourself picking out the name in the hat and saying, hey, John Smith won the barbecue grill this year with my referral giveaway. Thanks so much for referring me business, John Smith. I'm going to be dropping off your barbecue, next week, or whatever it is. And then, so you have a short little video clip of that. You have a short little video clip of you presenting the barbecue to John Smith, and then you put that out on your social media. So, and then what are you doing there? You're training your clients to give you referrals, and they expect it. If you do it once a quarter and they keep seeing it, and you do this year after year, they begin to expect it. So sure, the first time you ask for referrals, maybe you're not going to get that many. But if you set this program up and you consistently do this, you're going to get referrals. I guarantee it. 9 is create a move-up campaign. So that's going out to your clients, and especially people that had bought from you 3-4 years ago, and let them know, hey, do a CMA, let them know the value of their home. You could even use HomeBot and go in and figure out the equity that they have and all that kind of stuff. And then you could present that information to them and let them know, hey, if you sell your property with me, and then you go and buy another one with using me within 90 days, I'm going to give you X amount rebate. And depending on you'll know what kind of rebate you're going to be able to offer them, because you're going to know the price point. So depending on the price point, you can decide what you're going to be able to offer them as a rebate and have money going to closing costs for them. So easy one, but really effective. And then number 10 is the use of text signed writers on your for sale signs. This is absolutely imperative, and this is very, very much a no-brainer. So the agent marketing system gives us the ability to have a sign writer on top of our for sale sign that says text the word, whatever. In one case, we have an agent named Melanie. Mel sells to 79564 to get all the property information. And of course, the prospect that's driving by the listing puts that code in, and instantly they get a text notification with the link to the single property website that has all the specs. So best part about that is when they do that, that phone number gets put into our CRM, and now we know who we captured, right? So another way to capture leads without actually having to be at the property. So we have technology working for us while we're not there. Super, super important. And then 11 is, get leads from other paid sources. I know a lot of you guys use Realtor.com and Trulia and Zillow and whatever. That's also important, especially if you can afford it. Those are typically much more expensive lead sources, but they do work. And then of course there's OpCity. So utilizing our corporate in-house lead generation system, OpCity. So great way to augment leads and great way to get more business. And then 12 is, at least once a year, do a client appreciation party. And, Travis has talked so much about how effective these client appreciation parties are and how easy they can be. I mean, it could be as easy as, going down to a local ice cream parlor and buying ice cream for a bunch of your clients. At most, it's going to cost a couple $100. But you're going to be able to interact. You're going to be reminding people that you do business. And when you're doing those client appreciation parties, you're not just selling. You're just getting together and chatting with people. And yeah, you want to talk about real estate? Great. That's what I do. And you remind them, of course, and you kind of brand the party under, Alta Realty Group and your name, and away you go. So those 12 things, if you did those 12 things and nothing else, that would be an amazing omnipresent marketing mix that will get you business. So I want you guys to think about, creating your system, setting everything up so you're doing all all of these things. And sure, maybe you have to choose between, doing some Facebook advertising and Google advertising, or you have to choose between a few of these. That's okay. I realize that not everybody has, huge budgets, but you have to at least pick a few of these. If you did all 12, you'd be raging. But if if you just have to pick a couple of them, that's going to be okay too. So with that said, do we have any questions in the chat? And I see your question about OpCity, Anthony. I think they have everything cleared up. That's been a nightmare, but yeah. So Anthony, I think we're good there. And let's see, any other chat questions? Yes, Rhonda, so sorry that my mic is low. I'm not quite sure about that, so I apologize for that. Bill, any takeaways from today's webinar?
There's always some takeaways. That was a very impressive list.
It's a lot of stuff, I know.
Yeah, I like the YouTube advertising.
Yeah, it's totally underutilized, Bill.
Because I get on YouTube frequently and I see it all the time.
Yep, and you see like, oh yeah, you can skip the ad, right?
Right.
It pops up almost every time.
Yeah, I like how you don't get charged. I mean, that's 30 seconds of free airtime is kind of a big deal.
That's nuts.
So absolutely, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's something we can follow up on as far as what the cost is.
Oh yeah.
That's something that definitely popped into my my wheelhouse there.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to do a full tutorial on doing video ads on YouTube. So absolutely, Bill.
But I think you got to put together at least a few of these. And I think it would be quite of a massive undertaking to do all of them.
Yeah.
But you pick the things that you gravitate or you feel that you can excel at and go for those.
Exactly. And like I said, like right now, probably, COVID, probably not doing much door knocking, so we're going to leave that one alone for a little bit. And maybe instead we're going to, email our clients and prospects the client welcome list, right? So yeah, we definitely have to pick a few of these. You don't have to do them all.
No doubt. I don't know. What does Travis have any thoughts on some of those items?
So I think obviously they're all, very useful, especially depending on what your comfort zone is, what you think you're going to be good at. That's kind of usually where I start with someone when they're like, hey, I want to do some marketing, but, I don't know what. My old broker told me to go pound doors, There's so many other ways, though, and that may not be the best use of, the agent's talent. So, I think picking a couple off of here and really going for it, but I think the biggest thing is commitment, just don't do it for 1 month and say, this doesn't work, or, I got very little or something. You really need to make a commitment for, at least 3 months. I always commit to 6 months.
Yeah.
Anything that I do, because it does take a little bit of time. And then the other takeaway is, what's the old saying is, what is it? Give a person a fish and they eat for a day, teach a person to fish and
Feed them for
forever.
Life.
Yeah. So, I hear agents, and Zillow in my area is like $950 a month, right?
Yeah.
For 3 potentially, well, they'll guarantee like 3 live transfer calls. And I'm like, $950 for 3 calls, and I may or may not even convert one of these. That's insanity,
That is insanity.
Applying $950 a month towards even probably 4 of these things would get you so many leads you wouldn't even know what to do with them.
I believe the same.
And it's not, generating leads really isn't that tough. It's the follow-up where we all fall flat. So
yeah.
That's the main focus. So I think that, if you have a little cash to spend, whether it's $100 or $1,000, get a marketing plan together. You can chat with, Kevin or I of, exactly what you're going to do for the next 6 months and divvy up the funds accordingly and do it, and do it well. And you will see leads. And doing this omnipresence will leads you a lot further down the line than just paying for leads from Zillow, because once you stop paying, you have no more leads,
Right.
and you're not creating any local presence for yourself. So all this other stuff is really kind of ingraining you in your neighborhood and your community, you know, because it's seeing your stuff everywhere.
For sure. So the
That goes a lot further.
consistency, yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head with the consistency, because let me show you guys an example. I mean, this is real, like real-time information here. Hold on. Let me share my other screen with you. 1 sec. So we've been doing some Google ads for Joanna, and you'll see this is exactly this is the day that we started the ads. In fact, let me just go back a little further. We'll go back just so you can see traffic flow. So this is a hit report for Joanna's website. And so we're sending, so you can tell exactly when we started this advertising, right? It was on July 2nd, and we haven't changed much here. All of a sudden, the following week, we started getting way more traction. Why is that? Well, it's the consistency. It's just starting in the second week, we just started getting more traction. And the people that are going on the website and clicking through from the ad are looking at different things. They're going, the blue represents just the regular personal website, the PURL, that's her just regular, you know, agent website. And this down here, the CMOSC, whatever that is, that's a squeeze page. So that's actually a community page. And it's her Indio community page that people are landing on. And then somebody clicked over and checked out the blog. So we're starting to get traction. So you can imagine, and you know, we haven't even done this a whole month. You know, I want to see the rest of the month, and it just starts getting better and better. So that consistency is so key, Travis. That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
And I do believe that she has a deal in escrow right now because of this.
You are correct.
Yeah.
So she's just closed a pretty good sized deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Rhonda asks, what kind of ads are you running? Well, we're running just a basic Google ad campaign where we're targeting keywords like home sales, Indio, homes for sale, Indio. And we've got a bunch in it. If you go back to our replay from last week, you can see all the stuff that I'm actually targeting, because we did a tutorial on Google Ads. So that's how we're doing it. So I encourage anybody, if you're interested, you contact me directly, and we go through this stuff one-on-one. And but I think it's really important. But anyway, we have run out of time, guys. We went over a little bit, but this is such important stuff. It's not a problem that we've gone over. But agents, if you have specific questions about this stuff, get a hold of me, and I'd love to go through this stuff one-on-one. And besides that, get out there, make it a great week. And next week we'll be discussing what's the name of the product, Bill?
Home Partners.
Home Partners. Yeah. So looking forward to that. So guys, thanks, Bill. Thanks, Travis.
Absolutely.
And agents, like I said, get out there, make it a productive week and a great week. And we will see you all on the webinar next week. Bye-bye.